Hi there, this is Stargazer, and today I am ranking my personal top 20 bosses from the Metroid series. Number 20. Rundus, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. The Rundus boss fight in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is one of the most cinematic and emotionally charged battles in the series. Because Rundus is not just a monster, he's a fallen fellow bounty hunter and, at one point, an ally of Samus. Rundus' boss fight isn't just a test of skill, it's a story beat, showing the cost of Phazon and foreshadowing the fate of the other hunters. Number 19. Zelios, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Zelios is a boss featured in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It is an AI that serves as a guardian of the Lemorn, guarding the Master Teleporter key in the Volt Forge. Chipping away at Zelios' regenerating armor is beyond satisfying, and the music is great to boot. Number 18. Finaros, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Finaros is a boss featured in Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. It is a lava serpent that serves as a guardian of the Lemorn, guarding the Master Teleporter key and flare pool. The first section, biking over a pool of lava while fighting the giant Finaros, is amazing, and then being forced to fight it on a small outcropping is thrilling. Number 17. Gore, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. The Gore boss fight in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is a tense, mechanical duel that emphasizes targeting precision, vertical awareness, and sustained fire, while continuing the game's tragic theme of corrupted bounty hunters. Gore's boss fight reinforces Metroid Prime 3's central tragedy. Even strength, discipline, and preparation are meaningless against Phazon corruption. Number 16. SAX, Metroid Fusion. The SAX is a perfect X-Parasite copy of Samus at full power, wearing the fully upgraded Varia suit and wielding devastating weaponry. For most of the game, it is unstoppable, instantly killing Samus if encountered directly. The SAX boss fight is remembered not for how long it lasts, but for how perfectly it completes the game's narrative arc. Number 15. Kraid, Metroid Dread. The Kraid boss fight in Metroid Dread is a deliberate reinvention of one of Metroid's oldest enemies. Blending classic nostalgia with modern, brutal combat design, it is both a skill check and a statement. This is not the Kraid you casually defeated in earlier games. The Kraid fight in Metroid Dread reestablishes him as a true kaiju-level threat, reminding players why he was one of Samus' earliest and most iconic foes. Number 14. Ridley, Super Metroid. The Ridley boss fight in Super Metroid is a brutal, atmospheric showdown that caps off Samus' descent into Norfair and reinforces Ridley's role as her most personal enemy. The Ridley fight in Super Metroid isn't flashy, but it's punishing, primal, and unforgettable. A final reminder that Zebes does not want Samus to survive. Number 13. Mother Brain, Super Metroid. The Mother Brain boss fight in Super Metroid is one of the most iconic finales in video game history, blending mechanical escalation, visual storytelling, and raw emotion into a single unforgettable encounter. The Mother Brain boss fight isn't just an ending, it's the emotional core of Super Metroid, and one of the defining moments of the entire franchise. Number 12. Omega Ridley, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. The Omega Ridley boss fight is a massive, high-stakes climax that reintroduces Ridley as a Phazon-powered war machine, combining aerial combat, environmental hazards, and cinematic scale. The Omega Ridley fight is less about subtlety and more about sheer force, reminding players that no matter how many times he falls, Ridley always comes back stronger and more monstrous. Number 11. Gondreda, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Samus confronts Gondreda in a circular Space Pirate Commander arena, filled with holographic projectors and metallic platforms. The room's clean, high-tech look becomes a stage for deception, with shifting lights and projections enhancing the sense that nothing is trustworthy. The Gondreda boss fight stands out not for scale or spectacle, but for how uncomfortable and personal it feels. Samus isn't just fighting a corrupted ally, she's being toyed with. Number 10. Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime. The Metroid Prime boss fight in Metroid Prime is the climactic encounter of the game, combining puzzle-like mechanics, environmental storytelling, and raw combat in a way that defined the Prime series' approach to boss battles. It's both a test of skill and an emotional payoff after exploring Talon 4. The Metroid Prime fight set the tone for the entire series, showing that bosses are not just obstacles, they're living parts of the world and story, blending intensity, strategy, and immersion perfectly. Number 9. Dark Samus, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. The final Dark Samus boss fight in Metroid Prime 3 Corruption is the climactic confrontation of the game, serving as both a mechanical challenge and a narrative climax. It pits Samus against a creature that is essentially a mirror of herself, corrupted and enhanced by Phazon. The final Dark Samus battle is remembered as one of the most challenging and narratively satisfying bosses in the Metroid Prime series. It's not just about shooting, it's about facing the dark reflection of everything the player has fought to protect. Number 8. Emperor Ing, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Samus faces the Emperor Ing in a massive multi-tiered chamber deep within Dark Aether's Ing Temple. The arena is vast, vertical space with floating platforms, Phazon hazards, and pools of toxic dark energy. The Emperor Ing fight is remembered as one of the most challenging and satisfying conclusions in the Metroid Prime series, blending strategy, skill, and story into a single climactic encounter. Number 7. Queen Metroid, Metroid Samus Returns. The Queen Metroid fight in Samus Returns successfully honors the legacy of Metroid 2 Samus Return of Samus, while providing a fresh, mechanically engaging challenge, making it a highlight of the remake. Number 6. Diggernaut, Metroid Samus Returns. The Diggernaut is more than a monster. It's essentially a mechanized war machine, blending brute force and tactical threats. Number 5. Quadraxis, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Quadraxis is remembered as one of the most challenging and cinematic bosses in Metroid Prime 2, forcing players to think strategically while reacting quickly to survive its relentless assault. Number 4. Proteus Ridley, Samus Returns. The Proteus Ridley boss fight in Metroid Samus Returns is the climactic confrontation of the game, reimagining one of Samus' most iconic nemesises with modern mechanics, multi-phase combat, and high cinematic tension. Proteus Ridley is a fitting finale, testing the player's skills, reflexes, and strategy, while delivering one of the most dramatic and satisfying boss fights in the Metroid series. Number 3. Experiment G57, Metroid Dread. The Experiment G57 boss fight is one of the game's most intense and visually striking encounters, blending fast-paced combat with platforming hazards and Samus's full arsenal of abilities. G57 is a space pirate bioweapon presented as a terrifying fusion of mechanical and organic features, and is a perfect example of Dread's high-stakes cinematic boss design. G57 is a prime example of Metroid Dread's modern boss philosophy: fluid, cinematic, and punishing, demanding both skill and quick thinking while delivering a high-impact, memorable battle. Number 2. Sylux, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. The final boss of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond naturally is going up against Sylux, the bounty hunter harboring an intense hatred for Samus and the Galactic Federation. The fight comprises 3 phases, the first of which sees you fight alongside your Federation companions. The second phase of the fight sees Samus and Sylux hurtling through hyperspace, and the final phase takes place on a basic platform in the dark reaches of space, and it is cinematic and fun to boot. Number 1. Raven Beak, Metroid Dread. The Raven Beak final boss fight in Metroid Dread is the climactic showdown of the game, combining cinematic spectacle, multi-phase combat, and intense platforming, making it one of the most challenging and memorable encounters in the series. The final Raven Beak fight in Metroid Dread is remembered as a true series climax. It's mechanically challenging, narratively satisfying, and visually spectacular, delivering one of the most intense endings in the Metroid franchise. Thank you for watching, and good luck completing your next mission.